Good morning, students. This video lecture is about the steady and unsteady flow of groundwater. Basically, the groundwater flow is studied and the equations are derived from the Darcy's equation. So, the direction of flow is a hydraulic parameter such as speed and direction of groundwater in aquifers. It has a greater significance to determine the contamination of water with various components which tend to percolate down to the saturated stone of aquifers. The filtration coefficient and the speed of the groundwater for a particular layer depict the groundwater region for a specific location. Okay. And the Darcy's law explains that velocity of the water in the different aquifer zones is directly proportional to the hydraulic gradient. He is a French engineer. His full name is Henry Darcy. He derived an empirical formula based on the preliminary experiments conducted in the year of 1803 to determine the flow of groundwater through the beds of porous material like sand, rocks, etc., which further formulates the basis for modern hydrogeology. Based on his experiment, the Q is equal to minus KADH by DL was derived, where Q is the rate of fluid, K is the hydraulic conductivity, then capital A is the area of cross section of the cylindrical volume, then dH by di is the loss of hydraulic head over the length of the interest of the cylindrical column. Okay, for various set means datum head. There are some limitations in the Darcy's approach. The application of Darcy law are limited for a specific circumstance and conditions governing the flow of fluids from one zone to another zone, and finally to assess the scope of hydraulic fracturing fluids towards the freshwater zone. Specifically, the Reynolds number are used to distinguish between the turbulent flow and the transition flow, and the turbulent flow inside the zones. And Darcy considered with a few of the consideration or circumstances which are enlisted: saturated and unsaturated flow, steady and transmission flow in the granular media, and the fractured rocks. The steady state of groundwater flow: when the groundwater is stationary in a saturated porous medium under steady state condition, the state variables becomes independent of time. The steady state conditions defined the constant flow rates, barometric heads, and the volume of the stored fluids with respect to the time. Thank you.